Okay.
G.
Welcome everybody to a vaguely familiar podcast. The setting is vaguely familiar because I am hijacking Kazi Bhai's setting and his mics and his studio and his basically his entire livelihood.
His thought process.
His thought process. The wonderful Kazi Akber is on the show today in person.
What are you going to do? To cut that out. That's so...
No, that's going in.
That's so
going
stupid,
in.
man.
Kazi Bhai, that's going in. Unfortunately, I have switched seats with Kazi Bhai. This is where he sits.
Yeah.
लेकिन मैंने कहा कि नहीं host हूँ मैं तो मैं नहीं बैठूँगा.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Kazi Bhai, thank you very much for all of this.
Of course, man. Alhamdulillah. Happy to have you.
The thing is, I don't even know where to start because I had so many things planned. And off the camera, we talked about many a things in detail and many things personally and otherwise and work-wise. So I will just ask with the most basic question: how are you guys today?
Alhamdulillah, dude. I'm doing all right. Just working. It's been a lot of fun having you here. You know?
Definitely.
मैं आपको पता है, I've moved back from Toronto. It's been a bit, but you never grow out of that stuff. And so having you back or having you here was almost like being back there. Yeah. Because the colloquialisms are still, yours are fresher than mine. I'm good, man. Alhamdulillah. Can't complain.
Yeah.
Aapne dekha,
That's the thing. So what really struck me living with you here for the past 5 days, if anybody knows that, I was living with Kazi Bhai we were housemates, and it was amazing.
He was shadowing me.
I was definitely shadowing
I don't have elbow room.
He does not have he would look behind him and I was there.
Like I'm a fucking
what
shadow.
Are you doing, Kazi Bhai? How do you do that?
How do you do that? Making cereal, Nazar? Don't know how you do that.
But the wonderful thing about like shadowing you or living with you for the past few years, it struck me how organized your life is. You say that it's not organized.
It's not, yeah.
But I had a feeling that maybe the structure is a bit chaotic, but there is structure to it. Let's say if I were to go to sleep at 12 and you were to go to sleep at 12, you would be up at 3 because bro, self-ed hours nahi hoye aaj. Mujhe karna hai without a doubt.
Inshallah.
What I also saw was your dedication to your art. Okay, this is something people probably don't know, but Kazi Bhai gets -1 hours of sleep. And he is up all night, mashallah say. He's doing his work. He's punching in the hours. He's showing up. Yeah. Kazi Bhai, as a writer, you don't know how much of a blessing that is. Yeah. The discipline you have now, the discipline you have, I envy it. Yeah. Mashallah.
So, Allah Rem Kai, bro, dekho, it's not discipline, right? And I don't mean to, offer a semantic distinction. Yeah. But so it's not discipline, it's fear.
Okay.
It's fear. And jo aap baat kar rahe ho na structure ki, it's not structure again, it's just I'm literally afraid. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm afraid of falling back into my old habits and old routines. And I am terrified of becoming that person that I showed you. You featured in the vlog, the 120 kilo version of me.
Yeah.
So it's chaos. It's not structured. It's just, so these are the things I need to do in the day to feel okay. Right? So it's completely selfish. It's a selfish pursuit.
Of course.
I just want to not feel bad. And to that end, I do a few things that make me not feel bad.
But the fear aspect of it, it's driving you to be very productive.
Yeah.
Some would say to a toxic extent even.
Yeah.
Like you're getting your work done. I don't think when I've been with you, I don't think you've missed a single vlog day. Alhamdulillah. Even when there was nothing happening, when you were just chilling at home watching Netflix, it was still like you were like, bro, I gotta vlog this.
Yeah.
It's that kind of intent that I'm looking at. That I'm like, this is because your background is in writing. I see how that disciplinary life, which is like, bro, I don't care if you have to write today or if you don't have to write today. You are showing up at the writing table at 9 a.m.
But you have to, man. You have to. I think again, wo wali baat hai na. It's about keeping the chaos at bay. There's a lot of it, na? Yeah. With me. So it's just about keeping the chaos at bay. And
how much chaos is at bay right now, Kazi Bhai?
Bro, it's देखो अभी भी phone बज रहा है. It's
mute करने से.
हाँ, ये mute है, bro. So the chaos, it's at bay, alhamdulillah, dude. For the most part, I'm sorted. But I think all of us need to understand the concept of psychic flow.
Yes.
Right. And what that means is, when you wake up in the morning, right, what's the first thing you do? Well, the first thing you should do is start off on the right foot and create some psychic flow. The most basic task you could do is Well, first say Alhamdulillah, you woke up, right?
Alhamdulillah. Definitely.
And then maybe make your bed,
Yeah.
brush your teeth. It's these little tasks. They're monotonous and they're mundane, but there's worth in them.
Yeah.
And then not just the consequence of having fresh breath or having your bed made, but also the sensation of getting something
Yeah.
done, right?
Definitely.
And to that end, I think editing becomes really tedious. And so one of the things that my teacher, इरफान भाई ने मुझे सिखाया, लेकिन उनसे
Yeah.
पहले आमिर भाई ने मुझे सिखाया. He was very fond of was labeling. So he'd color code things. He'd color code clips. And that's, again, who cares, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he would argue कि आपका work process बहुत ज़्यादा तेज़ हो जाता है. He would edit a lot. So he would argue that आपका work process बहुत ज़्यादा तेज़ हो जाता है. लेकिन even if it's not that, it's building up to larger tasks like masking or like adding, music, cutting to the beat, color grading. It's building up to them with a small task.
Yeah.
Right? So even with writing, when we were in writing school, one of the first things we'd be taught or we'd be given as a tip was कि अच्छा ठीक है, show up at 9 a.m. like you said,
Yeah.
and edit first.
Yeah.
So मैं अगर आपके if I show up and I have to write my own thing, I'll ask you for a piece of your writing, and I'll just be like, okay, let's just clean this up.
Yeah.
And that then establishes flow, creates flow, right?
Yes. Very much so.
ऐसा है bro.
मेरे साथ भी यही है. Whenever I'm writing, when I'm in the writing phase, when I'm back on my desk at 9 or 10 a.m., whatever the time is, what I'm doing is cleaning up last night's work. Because when you have a fresh mind, you have fresh pair of eyes on the same thing that you were working on for like 2 hours last night. It's a different perspective.
That's it, bro. Yeah.
And I feel like it's showing in your vlogs. Right now we're at how many days have you been daily vlogging?
Bro, I've now today, inshallah, is going to be 23.
23, right? So I came when it was about 17. And मैं बता नहीं सकता आपको कि vlog 17 से vlog 23 में कितना फर्क है.
Allah Rahim kare, bro.
Right? It's that James Clear, it's that Atomic Habits 1% a day, 1% of video thing, where your first vlog versus your 23rd vlog, was a difference.
यार I don't, so here's the thing, right? ये एक तरीके से हमारी सुन्नत भी है वैसे सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की कि when you're going to do something ना, don't talk about it, do it.
Okay.
And that's why I don't talk about, and that's also why I don't like compliments. I have to. We've joked about this. You, me, Irfan bhai, Haris bhai, we joked about this. कि काजी को जो है ना, आप काजी की बुराई करो. I'm very at home with that. Like, just cuss me out or say negative things about
but
me.
I don't want to do that.
No, I don't. I know you.
No, I know. But
no
the thing is, I wanted to come upon that idea as well because is it tough for you to take compliments? अगर मैं आपको बोलूँ काजी भाई आप ripped हो अभी. हाँ. आप बोलोगे नहीं मैं फट रहा हूँ मोटापे से.
Yeah.
Is that what you would say?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, so I have a so my primary wounding, that's a wound that you develop early on in life is one of inadequacy and helplessness and shame and guilt, and so I don't I don't have a positive self-image. I don't understand that. I don't understand when people say you look good. I don't understand when people want to compliment anything about me. It doesn't make sense to me. And also I don't care for it. I don't care for these compliments. I don't want them. I want to do good work. And so I want validation in that yaar ye kaam acha hai. You conveyed what you needed to, or you conveyed something that you didn't mean to, but it's good. And that's good. But I don't care much for someone giving me a compliment because I know कि वो बहुत जल्दी it gets to you. It gets to your head and then you're gone, man.
Yeah. But the work that you're doing, the field of work that you're in is so subjective. Right?
Yeah.
Do you ever feel proud of what you're doing? Like the podcast, mashallah, say, has been a beacon for me and Bashaar.
Okay.
That's something that we've been following. At Kazi bhai, the work ethic, mashallah, say, is great. 100 episodes a year, insane, mashallah say. And the quality of the conversations, Kazi bhai, you've never half-assed anything.
No, Allah ka shukr hai. I hope that I never do. I that's something that I don't ever want to have someone call them over, have them take time out, which they do, and they're gracious with it. Kindness hai.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. And then not, or let them ever feel that I was not 100% here.
Yeah.
That's just not something I want to do ever.
And that's admirable.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. It is what, I don't know. But subjective.
Wait, back to no compliments.
Subjective, aapka jo, am I proud of it? Yeah, I'm too busy working. And I want to be like that. Sir, niche kaam hua jo scene hai na. So if you unpack that, what that means is, say if you're a sculptor and you're creating a masterpiece, every bone in your body aches. Your hands are roughed up. Your eyes hurt. Your jaw, everything.
Yeah.
Us waqt, there is no time for someone to if someone were to ask you, are you proud of your work? I'm working, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I would always for my life, for this entire life, I would just hope to have that kind of resolve कि यार मैं काम कर रहा हूँ, मुझे नहीं पता, proud, it doesn't factor in.
So you're in the middle of the storm, you're in the eye of the storm right now, you
Dude.
can't even see पीछे कि क्या हो चुका है.
Yeah.
And the only thing you can see is कि यार मुझे इससे निकलना है अभी.
बस ये काम करते हैं.
done हो, फिर मैं next काम पे जाऊँ.
हाँ.
तो okay, that's a very interesting way to exist, because when I finished my manuscript for the second poetry collection, the first thing I did was maximize. मैं पीछे से देखूं कि where I came from. When I started this Word document, there was 0 words on it. Now there's 10,000 words on it. These are poems. So I needed that moment to be like, yeah, I achieved something.
Yeah.
When you finished your 100th episode with Irfan Bhai.
Yeah.
Not with Irfan Bhai, the third with Irfan Bhai, but the 100th episode of the podcast, and then you took a break.
Yeah.
Did you have a moment where you look back and you're like, yeah, 100 episodes पहले exist नहीं करते थे 1 साल से पहले. This is here because I tried to make something new.
No, bro. I immediately got busy thinking about where my next studio would be, and then I had to rip it down.
Yeah, you're moving
and
away.
I had very recently also gotten out of a relationship, and so my thing constantly was just, okay, move forward,
Yeah.
keep moving, you can't stop.
How about now? Can you look back and be like,
there's no need. There's no need to. No, there's no need.
So you never have a moment where you pat yourself in the back. You're like, यार अच्छा काम किया तुमने आज.
अच्छा?
I'm asking you.
नहीं bro. क्या अच्छा काम किया?
Kazi bhai, the humblest person.
No,
I've ever met.
it's not humility, dude. It's hate. I'm telling you. Sometimes I can't breathe, man. I can't breathe. That's how much I hate. And the thing is, people ask me, they're like, why do you hate yourself? And I just, that question confuses me. There's 7-year-olds being raped in Karachi. Why don't I hate myself?
Yeah.
Like it's मैंने क्या काम किया? So no, bro, no. There's this. I know this is getting a little dark.
No.
But no, there's absolutely no. There's no reason, and I don't feel there's any need to pat myself on the back. You just keep going forward.
Do you think this is a constant mindset? This is the permanent mindset that you will have, or will there ever come a time कि आप पीछे मुड़ के देखोगे and be like, not bad,
bro? This keeps you. I think my mindset is one born out of a necessity to be mentally healthy. Because here I'm not expecting anything. I'm just focusing on, okay, shoot everything in 4K, have a soundtrack, don't say anything that's problematic, title, thumbnail, just bare bones methodology basics, like, okay, ये काम करना है इस तरीके से. Have a conversation, don't say something about the establishment, have meaningful discussion, just basic stuff, right? Like if I start going, yaar ye maine to acha kaam kiya hai, that's subjective. Now I'm also then encouraging कि कोई बोले तुमने बुरा काम किया है.
With the praise comes the hate.
Of course, and in contrast, and no, with me caring comes all that. No?
Yeah.
And in contrast now, there's people left, right, and center that are still criticizing me about the Omar Noman podcast.
Yeah.
I'm just busy doing the next one, dude. I
Yeah.
can't. Like my job is to have conversations.
What criticism are you getting?
Bro, harasser hai, isko nahi bulana chahiye tha, stuff like this.
Okay.
Even though there's nothing proven.
How do you entertain those comments?
I don't.
You entertain? You don't. Okay.
If they find me, अगर जैसे मुंह पे लग गए, कहीं रेस्टोरेंट पे मिल गए तो एक और बात है. But online, I just don't have time, man. I can't. I really, because again, what you were saying about discipline, I don't have it, man.
Yeah.
And what because discipline would equate to mental strength, and I am mentally one of the weakest people you'll ever meet.
Okay.
Right? I am like my psyche is basically glass, and so I don't have time.
When was the last time you had a breakdown?
Oh, I've never, alhamdulillah.
Okay. So the glass psyche still is very intact then.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. So I've never had a breakdown per se. I've had re-evaluations. I've had paradigm shifts, जैसे अभी this recent relationship was a paradigm shift,
Yeah.
right? Like the world was one way, then I went into this thing, and then the world seemed a different way, and then I came out of it. The world was again different.
Yeah.
And I think that'd be silly if I didn't learn all those things from it. So
Yeah.
you have to keep learning. So there's been constant paradigm shifts, but alhamdulillah, no breakdowns.
Your outlook of love has shifted as well.
हाँ जाहिर है. So I had no resource material.
Yeah.
So I was because I was 27 when I till 28 I had not been in a relationship. I was 19 when I was my last relationship was when I was 19 years old.
Yeah, but
right?
does that really count?
I have no idea, man.
Because you're such a kid, right?
I'm counting it, man. I don't know.
Okay,
Okay, whatever.
Yeah. Chalk one up for Kazi bhai.
Oh, I only have two. What do you want me to do? Right? And then for whatever reasons, moving around, shifting countries, cities,
Yeah.
homes, it just didn't have time. Wasn't inclined. Did not get into a relationship. Then I got into a relationship when I was 28, and I figured this was it.
Yeah.
And I think in hindsight, it was more societal imperatives than the actual thing being it, because I needed it to be it.
Yeah.
I'm 28, I'm going on 29.
You want to settle?
I want to settle, and so I have this person who I am attracted to. Now I'm attracted to them, but does that mean they're the one?
Yeah.
That again is a societal imperative. If you are really attracted to someone, then they have to be the one.
Yeah.
No, you could just really be attracted to them.
Yeah.
And not have anything else in common with them, and not have the vaguest chance or the slightest chance that you'll ever make anything work. But it's still attraction, right? And so love to me now is a very powerful thing.
Yeah.
But it's also it's like a unicorn. It's not, you can't find it. You have to look for it. I mean, alhamdulillah, some people do find it.
Yeah.
Other people don't, and that's all right.
You think you'll ever fall in love again?
Of course, sure.
Really?
I don't know if this.
So you think you will be able to catch that unicorn, that one that's so?
Bro, अगर मेरे नसीब में तो कैसे नहीं मिलेगा? और अगर नसीब में नहीं है तो bro कैसे मिलेगा?
तो आपका ये यकीन है कि आपके नसीब में है अभी?
नहीं, मैं सिर्फ बोल रहा हूँ कि
Okay.
if it is, it is, and if it isn't, it isn't.
Okay.
I'm basically not saying anything.
You're basically long-windedly not saying anything.
No, it's
the best non-answer ever.
It's a non-statement, bro. It's like saying Pakistan में बहुत potential है. That's that you've said nothing. You've said nothing, bro.
Nothing has been said.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so would you say that you are in love with your work? Or is that also coming from a place of hate?
Bro,
because I'm trying to figure out where the hate ends and your true passion and true love starts to begin.
So it's all the same, man. There's no distinctions. I think even hate is me being me disliking parts of me. Still passionate, right? And I think there's also love there.
Yeah.
But no, love my work. I think I love the fact that I get to do this.
Yeah.
I'm truly grateful that I get to do this. But it is not for me to love or hate what comes out of it, right? I can only objectively think, okay, जैसे अभी कुछ photos हमने ली, we went on the photo walk.
Yeah.
Their composition was off.
Yeah.
Objectively, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Subjectively, did I like the photos? I'll never say no.
Yeah.
They're your darlings, right? Yeah, you'll never say no. So then it shouldn't have that conversation, I think.
Okay. And fine.
No. You can. I'm just saying, with me, I would never.
Like, this is it.
This is it. So thank you for tuning in. I would never have that conversation with me कि यार ये मुझे अच्छा लगता है. Because फिर edit कैसे करोगे, फिर काटोगे कैसे, फिर अगर delete करना पड़ा कैसे delete करोगे?
Yeah, because you're attached.
Yeah, because exactly, every clip that you make, you're attached to it then. Every word that you write, you don't want to cut it, but you have to cut at least 50%, 60, 70%,
more,
right?
Yeah, more than that. Are you happy where the podcast is now?
Bro, I'm happy that I get to do it.
You're
Alhamdulillah.
happy that you get to do it.
I'm
but
happy that I get to do it.
ambitiously, पूछना चाह रहा हूँ, like let's say, let's talk about it fiscally. Let's talk about it economically. Are you happy where it's heading?
Yeah, again,
as a growing show.
Again, yeah, देखो, people talk, right? So there's conversations around fiscally. Obviously, I would like for it to be at least self-sustaining, if not sustain my other endeavors, inshallah. Is that realistic? I don't know. I think so. Allah Rahim karega.
Yeah.
So there's conversations, people talk, and they've said some things about, what might be a thing. What turning into your street. Okay.
Anika's here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So क्या कहते हैं जो है there's conversations around. Let me just respond
Yeah,
to her.
go ahead. We will definitely be not editing this out.
Okay, chilling.
Kazi bhai is live texting Anika Zulfiqar on the podcast. And I'm live commentating on that. She's turning the street. And she will be here very soon.
Come up.
इधर ही बिठाएंगे. इसको mic पकड़ा.
हाँ उसको mic नहीं अब नहीं connect हो सकता. Sorry.
अब नहीं हो सकता?
नहीं bro.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh no. Now you're upset. Yeah, ये क्या बात हुई यार?
It's fine.
Zahid को बोलते हैं. But yeah, people are.
You just tell her to wait then for like 10 minutes. We'll be done.
Yeah. Zahid बाबू मेहमान इंदी उनके माथे बैठे छुआ. Let me just go unlock the door.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
थोड़ी editing बढ़ जाएगी कोई बात नहीं.
It's fine. I don't do this stuff. Bashaar has to do it. So I'm all good.
Nice. So all I'm saying is, so people are having these conversations, right? But the problem with conversations in Karachi is they're ephemeral, and you can insist कि आपने ये बात की थी, but लोग मुकर जाते हैं.
Yeah.
So people are talking, right?
Yeah.
And that's good, alhamdulillah, and that's promising. But yeah, man, I hope it gets financially feasible. That's something that I'm working towards, inshallah.
How much are you paying attention to your competitors, if you call them your competitors?
I don't have any.
You have neighbors?
I don't have neighbors either, dude. I just have people who are doing their work and I'm doing mine.
How much do you pay attention? Do you watch the content? You don't have to take names if you don't want to.
No, dude, I absolutely would love to take names. I appreciate Murubhai's podcast greatly.
Yeah.
I appreciate Muzammil's podcast. I appreciate Junaid Akram's podcast. But these are not competitors, and these are not neighbors. These people are doing their work. I'm doing mine.
But it just happens to be that all of you guys are doing it on the same level, same medium, same platform. So you never check up on it and be like,
no, bro, that's where the similarities end. Now, we're all driving on the road. Some people are driving Rolls Royces. Ab main kya karu?
Sahi baat hai.
You know?
Yeah.
But we're all driving on the road, going on our separate ways. And I don't think there's any more similarities than just that.
Yeah.
I think to compare me to Murubhai is it's a mistake.
Okay.
On multiple levels. I don't even register on the same radar, right? But also B, we're not doing the same thing.
Yeah.
You know?
His is a very different podcast than yours.
And the same thing with Muzammil and Junaid Bhai. It's just not the same thing, man.
Yeah.
Because we're not the same people.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not inclined the same way. And so, yeah, sure, we inhabit podcasts as a thing.
Yeah.
But so I vlog. Is it fair to compare me to Irfan Bhai?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, different levels, then. You've just started vlogging, but you've been podcasting for a year and a half, 2 years almost.
Yeah.
And some would say that when people look back at the podcasting age of Pakistan, you guys are going to be the pioneers of it. You guys are going to be holding the fort.
Yeah.
Like this, it's the same way that we look at JRE and Mark Maron and all these guys. 10 years from now, when podcasting started, these guys were the ones who started it. And now, abhi to podcasting brand new. It's a baby in Pakistan. It's not even 2 years old yet. And eventually down the line, when we look back, it'll be you, it'll be Muzammil, it'll be Murubhai. This is the people that are going to pioneer it.
Sure, yeah. I think the one thing that I don't have in common with them is these were known people.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
And so I guess that sets me apart because no one knows me. No one cares, right? You're putting me on the spot.
Yeah, so now you have audience, so now you have to perform.
Now, oh God, this is great. Okay.
We have Anika Zulfiqar in the house.
By the way, as you've noticed, he's hijacked my seat, and
this is his podcast. He's the guest now, so this is where
I'm a guest.
Yes.
Nobody ever.
Shut up. All right, he denies it. So whenever he talks shit about himself, I'm like, you can't do that because that's my face.
It's not a thing.
Guys, you might stop it, all right? You have to admit that we are doppelgangers. There we go. Anything else?
That's it. Gigi, aap kya bol rahe the?
Guys, I was talking about your competitors and if you pay attention to them. You said
don't have any.
Screw them.
No, I didn't say that. I said I don't have any. No, I didn't say screw them. I don't have any. And I think it's a worthwhile exercise to think कि आप जो है अपना काम कर रहे हैं.
Yeah.
You can. I'll give you an example, right?
Yeah.
So recently I got I read a comment. I don't respond to them obviously. But I read one. They were like, आप अच्छा काम कर रहे हो काजी. I was like thank you. But they were like कि आप मुज़म्मिल की ये वाली बात जो होती है ये वाली मुज़म्मिल की ले लो, and then ये दूसरी वाली बात है ना ये आप जुनैद अकरम की ले लो. And my immediate and only response to that, didn't respond to him, but is कि Junaid Akram has millions,
Yeah.
right? And Muzammil has at least thousands, right?
Yeah.
जाके देख लो उनकी podcast.
Yeah.
You know, like
You don't have to stay here.
yeah, why don't we have room in our discourse societally to just house different things,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So no, I don't have any competition.
Okay. Do you have any questions for Kazi, by the way?
No, I'm fine.
No, we've been going for a while, so he's not.
Fine. Okay.
But we relax, Kazi. Apna kar samjho aap.
Me, Anika and me work on making me a villain.
I don't know.
Still nothing. Yeah, she's not about this plan, but she'll help me.
Kazi, what do you feel for having for dinner? Let's keep it lighter now.
Okay. I'm not gonna have dinner, no, bro,
Oh yeah, because the fasting thing.
because of fasting.
Do you want to talk about your fasting ritual that you've been going on?
Yeah, he forced me to eat breakfast now.
Yeah. Yeah. That's on
Messed
me.
it up.
That's on me.
Messed it up.
Yeah. So he fasted the first 3 days that I was here,
Yeah,
and then he quickly realized that
there's a problem.
we
And
went
so
we went for lunch, and I was having a whole ass burger, and Kazi was looking at me.
I was just sitting there, dude. That's fine, man.
Yeah,
That's
it was
fine.
the worst date I've ever been on,
Dude,
and I've been on a few.
come on, man. But you've been on a few.
It's like slightly narcissistic that you date yourself.
Hey, I mean, have you seen Loki?
I don't.
Loki में भी ये होता है ना, he ends up falling in love with the female version of himself.
Yeah, मैंने नहीं देखा है.
Well,
And
spoiler alert.
and also I've not been on any dates, so
Yeah, we were
it was,
talking
it was
about
good
Kazi.
for me.
We were talking about Kazi Bhai's romantic life, Abhi, and
Nah,
he,
we were.
He dropped some really good pearls.
बस यार, pearls is what I drop. अल्लाह माफ करे.
How many people come to you for advice for life stuff?
यार ये जो है ना,
Yeah,
ये आपने बात की.
yeah.
Um,
Because I've seen your lives.
yeah, lots of people come to me for philosophically inclined conversations
Yeah.
4 a.m. At 4 a.m. At 4 a.m.
Oops.
Right?
Oops.
Matlab, am I? That's what I'm saying. You assume that I'm on at 4 a.m.
Are you not?
No, dude. Of course I'm not, man.
Okay.
I'm over. Matlab, literally, to live ka topic hai chilling or vibes
Yeah.
or editing in silence.
Yeah.
Why do I want the live on? Engagement bhi koi cheez hoti hai.
Yeah.
That's why. It's
Yeah.
it's nothing else. And they're just like, so if moral philosophy trolley problem, I'm like, dude, do it in the morning.
Yeah.
Do it in the morning.
I've seen your lives. A lot of young people are asking you for advice about life. And मैं school जाऊँ या मैं उसके साथ date करूँ.
Bro, bus.
And Kazi is doing his best to be like.
Bro, I'm just like not losing my mind is what I'm trying to. I just don't want to go crazy because the thing is, it's not like they'll listen to you.
Yeah.
That's the other thing.
Yeah.
Because if they had it sorted, or if they wanted to sort it, I'm sure a speaking head on the internet is not where they would go.
Yeah.
You know, I think we put ourselves on the pedestal a little bit as far as content creation is concerned. कि हम जो है हल कर देंगे मसले, bro. मसले आप लोगों की वजह से ही है.
Yeah.
हम लोगों की वजह से ही मसले हैं. देखो, it's a muashra that is taken by personalities.
Yeah.
Taken by personalities. So it doesn't matter what my retinue of education is. What matters is कि मैं, whether they like me or not. If they like me, then they want to listen to me. But am I a subject matter expert?
Yeah.
You know, or am I
That's
just someone
true.
talking shit? You know,
That's true. So, and what happens if they do take your advice and something goes horribly wrong?
that also, like, am I going to take responsibility for it? I'm probably not.
Yeah.
You know, हो गया यार, आपने लिया. You
So how
took it
do
off.
you tackle those things? Because
I don't.
You just ignore them.
I just wave at them as they pass by. That's Jack Sparrow. I'm just like, no, dude. They're like, oh, should I study this? And I'm just like, literally, I offer non-statements. I'm like, well, if you're rich, study this. And if
Yeah.
you're not rich, then first get rich and then study this.
Yeah.
That's what I say. Because that's what I believe. कि आप, most of them, okay, so most of the questions I get are either educational stuff, like
Yeah.
पढ़ूं क्या, या romantic stuff. कि करूं क्या, मानेगी या नहीं मानेगी. And I'm just like, I don't know, dude. नहीं मानेगी, I guess.
Yeah.
या मानेगी, I don't know. It's a non-statement.
Yeah. Romance has gotten pretty hard in Karachi. I heard a few stories from my friends, and they're just like, they're having it tough here, man. Like we in Toronto have it not that bad. Honestly, that's the vibe that I'm getting.
पता नहीं. I don't know if she agrees.
Well, yeah, but it's tough for everywhere, I guess. Yeah,
Bro, because we're a broken
Yeah.
people, na? We're broken people, and
Yeah.
we're confused out of our minds. We don't know which way to be, and we absolutely are not in touch with our emotions, and we're not comfortable in our own bodies
yeah,
and our sexuality.
That as well, but also what I've noticed here, what I'm hearing is that people are very invested in each other's relationships.
yes.
In each other's, like voyeurism.
Everybody has stock in everybody's relationship.
Yeah, where is that? And everyone's friends are involved with everyone, and it's just like so much, especially, relationships are hanging, but like in hookup culture too. I was like, are you
Yeah,
kidding me?
yeah.
Why is everyone so invested in
Like talking about it, like
Yeah.
kissing and telling, right? Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a lot.
There's a
You
lot
talked
of
about
kissing and telling. It's you wear it on your arms like
Yeah.
fucking trophies. Yeah.
it. When did this start? When did this shift happen? Because I don't remember. Maybe I was too young for this. to
Nah, bro.
notice.
मैं वापस आया हूँ ये था ऐसे ही.
Yeah.
I-
Like जब गए थे तब भी ऐसे ही था,
नहीं
right?
नहीं bro.
Something happened in the middle.
साफ सुथरा था सब कुछ.
Something happened in the middle, man.
यार. No, dude, no. Then I would have. I don't know
Then
what I
you
would have
would
done.
have been part of the problem.
Maybe I'm still part of the problem. I mean, I'm still part of the problem. But what's it called? So I went to Malaysia.
Yeah.
वहाँ पे सब सही था. Went to Canada, and I was like, bro, Canada में ऐसे खराब है ना. वापस अपने पास घर पे तो सब पाक शफाफ है, bro. I came back and everyone's sleeping with everyone, and I'm just like, so all of y'all sleeping with everyone.
Bro,
Okay, so
one of my friends just took me out. We went for a drive, and we went to
hot
the,
and spicy.
to the dark. No, not today. Like yesterday, we went to the
Mhm.
dark side of the Seaview Road. And then she was just telling me stories, and she was like, "Oh, yeah, यहाँ पे ये होता है, वहाँ पे वो होता है. If you want to do anything here, you better have 500 because the police will definitely come here."
Yeah.
And I'm like,
How do you know?
firstly that. Secondly, rich.
What you been doing?
That's what we're doing now.
Also 500 रुपए बस.
I mean, hey.
मतलब
inflation.
मतलब इतना क्या कर रहे थे 500 पे तो मतलब okay.
And I don't know if that was like when I was living here. I don't know if that was really a thing. Maybe I was too young. I left when I was 16. So obviously, but then she tells me that 15 से 16, 17, 18 साल के लड़के, they're all doing this.
Now they are.
Phones.
Yeah, phones. But now it's happening. Now
Yeah.
now lots is happening that was we were sheltered. There's no doubt, right? Look at us.
Yeah.
But also there's stuff that is happening now that wasn't happening back then.
Yeah.
There's definitely a rise in promiscuity and it's देखो, I don't mean to moral grandstand.
Yeah. No,
वो
no
कर
for sure not.
हाँ तो कर रहे हैं तो कर रहे हैं, मैं कोई होता नहीं बोलने वाला, but it's not safe.
Yes.
And that I can speak on. Okay, it should do it properly, do it safely, and they can't because the conventions that govern that interaction here do not exist.
Yeah.
Right. And if they don't exist, they can't talk to people. They can't come up to, like, my younger brother can't come up to me and be like, I'm just like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? See, that's all it is, right? It's not a conversation, man. It's just noises.
Yeah.
It's just lots of shouting on one party's end or on both, right? So my problem is, ठीक है, even if there's a moral imperative, तो या तो उनकी शादी जल्दी करो. मुझे नहीं पता, नहीं कराओ शादी. I don't know what the answer or the solution is according to whatever imperatives that you believe. My only concern is that there's actually another issue which should be granted primacy, and that is safety.
Yeah.
If they're not safe, if they're hurting so bad that they have to go online and cuss someone out just to feel recognized, if they don't know how to govern interactions with the opposite sex, male or female or jo bhi, to that's the conversation, na?
Yeah.
The conversation isn't what's right and what's wrong.
And you guys are like very public figures. You guys probably see that a lot.
Who's very public? Oh, she's very public, dude. I'm not a public figure.
Kazi bhai, stop being humble.
Who's being humble? Oh,
Like it's a thing. Like you guys probably see that a lot because people don't know where to reach out to. And like the fact that people are coming to your Instagram lives and be like, yo, this is a problem that I'm physically going through. How do I get out of it? Shows.
Anika, पता है आपका ऑडियो नहीं आएगा, आप आ जाओ माइक पे ले लो.
Yeah.
Because this is not good, dude.
Do you want me to?
okay.
Do we want to stop and restart?
Can we stop it?
Yeah.
No,
sure.
वो तो इशू ही नहीं है. वो तो इशू ही नहीं है.
Just stop and restart the audio.
You need a mic, is what I'm saying.
Stop and restart.
Acha, ek minute jo.
Yeah, it'll be fine, guys. He'll figure something out.
He'll figure something out.
We'll figure
मैं
something out.
कहाँ से आ गई हूँ?
It's fine. So
Suddenly-
Anika Zulfiqar is on the podcast now.
Now you're here.
Well, she's been
Hi.
here for a while.
Now
Like,
we're
literally
talking.
a while means all of 5 minutes.
All of 5 minutes. All
All of
the 5
5
minutes. All
Yes.
the
All
5
of the
minutes.
5 minutes.
All of the
She's
5. I
been
was
here.
all
here.
the
I was
minutes.
present.
Imagine
All 5.
we've all occupied a physical space in Canada at the same time, and yet it took us coming back here to meet each other.
You know what's wonderful? This feels like a live clubhouse thing.
Yeah.
So trippy.
Right?
It
Yeah.
does.
How weird is that?
It's very weird.
I'm like about to do some work.
Oh, like
and
where are the others?
We need to
Where are
get
the
them on.
others?
We need to
Yeah.
get them on. Abhi, isse pehle wala jo podcast tha na, it was with a musician. And so I was like, well, your music's great. And he's like, yeah, you want to listen to someone? I'm like, right now? He's like, yeah. I'm like, but what if I get a copyright strike? He's like, I'm right here.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool. So he just played it on the podcast. I was like, yeah.
That's what we used to do in the clubhouse days. Like you read a short story, I read some poems.
Yeah.
People were like, that was such a good, healthy few months, like just creatively.
I don't know, healthy dude.
I don't know. Yeah. I was
Yeah.
gonna say,
Subah ke 4
I
baje
mean,
jaga tha main, bro.
okay, well,
Fine,
with Subaki
okay.
Jabris, you could have been up and doing a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But you were talking to friends and like we made friends.
I was talking to you guys while I was doing the shit,
It was
man.
like 1 p.m. for us though. Right?
Yeah, it was
No,
daytime for us.
Yeah.
For the most part. I was
Yeah.
mostly like driving around.
Yeah.
Hello.
I was mostly driving around and I was like,
Anika's a singer.
No.
you kid me not, you're a singer.
Why would you put me on the spot like
Okay, you gotta sing now. Imagine she just like drops like bars.
She's like, yeah, insan bhi kya cheer. Just girls, man. I don't know. But
But
yeah.
this is wild because we literally became friends on a social media app that nobody uses anymore.
How sick is that?
That's so weird.
Yeah.
It's
It's,
ephemeral.
weird.
it's
Yeah.
extinct.
Acha
Yeah.
topic change kiya aapne.
Right? That was nice.
Thank you.
I got you. Don't
You're
worry.
the best.
Because he's gonna make you sing if I keep pushing it.
I will never. I would never. I'd do it on my own podcast, but I didn't, right? I would never do that.
All right. So, but now you do know you have to sing after
course.
we're wrapped up.
Of course.
After we're wrapped up, Anika.
Dude, she has designs. She's got designs and she's got bars.
Yeah, I do write. That I'm.
How's your
fairly
writing thing
confident
going?
about. Huh?
How's your writing thing going?
It's going. It's not consistent. It's
Especially here, it's so chaotic.
Yeah.
How long? Kitne time ke baad daba you were there?
2 years. So
Okay.
I had come back right before COVID, but that was a very different experience because I didn't really experience it the way I experienced it before. I'm being very vague about it. But basically, and I didn't even come
Yeah.
to.
Sure.
I didn't even come to Karachi. I went to Lahore, which was a bad idea.
Lahore. She doesn't like Lahore.
Wow.
I appreciate
Talk
her.
about
Like
that.
Lahore.
I appreciate her.
Talk about that. What's up with Lahore?
Man, where do I start about Lahore? Okay, so listen, you know all about all about how much
I
I
do.
wanted to go to Lahore,
Yeah.
and kind of why am I talking to the camera? I didn't
Talk
do
to-
this
Hello.
in the last.
Those same shakal ke mard baithe hain, right?
Anyway, so yeah, I had really high hopes about Lahore because I've always romanticized Lahore my whole life.
Yeah.
Ever since I read about the history, about the Mughals, about Anarkali, about everything about Lahore. And I was like, I really want to go. And I feel I really kind of romanticized it and philosophized it. And I felt this spiritual calling to Lahore.
Of course.
And I go there.
It's in your head. It happens.
And I am really open to experiences. It's very hard to let me down, I feel. I think there was just a lot of coordination issues. I wasn't able to go to the old city. I found that people's general attitude there was very condescending.
Misogyny is what she's talking about.
Sure, yeah.
Misogyny,
Yeah. Even the
definitely.
women though.
It's straight. It's but वहाँ पे even the women वहाँ पे बहुत खुला है लेकिन कराची में इतना खुला नहीं है. Look, think about what I'm saying. कराची में इतना खुला नहीं जितना वहाँ पे है.
Okay.
As far as harassment and just making women feel uncomfortable and small, it's a robust culture of that.
You felt
Yeah.
all of these things.
No, not as much, I feel, but the condescension I felt more.
Yeah. Just condescension at what you were wanting to do, like the art? Or
No.
was it just condescension as you as a person?
Just me trying to move around the city. And
Oh,
that's
it's
about
the
it.
physical governing the physical space. हाँ, वो तो है.
I didn't really go with much of a set intention, except
Yeah.
for my friend Maria was going to perform there. And yeah, I just didn't get to do. And her trip was also, there's a lot of hurdles for that reason. people don't take you seriously there.
Yeah.
They
As
really
women,
don't.
as people.
I don't know if it's as women or people, but it is definitely, I feel, escalated as a woman. It's definitely more intense.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a long time since I've felt lesser than, and Lahore kind of made me feel that again. Because in 2019, I had the same experience.
And please bear in mind, she's in Karachi.
I'm in Karachi.
And this is not like the nicest city in the world in terms of that.
Truly.
yeah. No, Lahore was just,
You got disenchanted by it.
yeah. But I still feel like I need to experience it properly. I didn't end up going to the old city.
Okay.
So maybe if I do that.
Yeah, you need to. So the problem is, lots of people will, when they speak about this, lots of women, when they speak about this, there's a lot of idealism. There's a lot of oughts and shoulds, and I understand that there should be absolute space and comfort and ease of access for women. But kyunki nahi hai na, so you have to account for it if you want to have a good time. You have to account for it with the space you create within your circle. So aap kin logo ke saath who you're going with, if they understand your purpose and they understand the kind of person that you are, that plays a part. So I'll tell you something very mushy since you want to talk about my love life.
I definitely do. We did a little bit, but
So my person, my ex, she would get very frazzled in traffic, and Karachi, Karachi's traffic is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. So what I'd do is I'd come up from behind her and I'd just, so she's shorter than me. So I just put my chin on her head and then I just guide her because it's nothing else. It's just as women, we teach our women to just become small and always feel vulnerable. Where I'm just as in traffic, I'm just as vulnerable. It's a car, man, or a motorcycle. I'm just as vulnerable. So all she would need is holding, and then she'd be fine. And so I think all you need is people being mindful of how to or make this space habitable again. Because it's a hostile space, but you can still enjoy yourself. You just need to be around people who are your monsters to fight the monsters that.
All right. Like allies. Right?
Sure, allies. Yeah. But also, you cannot concern yourself with the morality of it. They have to.
You don't have to
your people will also have to be very aggressive. ये वो शहर नहीं है, ये वो मुल्क नहीं है. आगे.
But your experience of Karachi's been better, you're saying?
I've experienced it in a very limited capacity. Basically just like working. I don't go out much. I don't do anything. Barely see any people. So for me, I actually haven't worked in Karachi yet either. I've only worked in Hunza. What have I been doing? Anyway, there's a sense of let's get shit done in Karachi.
Okay.
Lahore doesn't have that. Lahore is there's no sense of urgency. They're all just very chill, like nothing really going on. But because Karachi is hustle central and everyone has somewhere to be, you're literally losing money, losing stuff if you're not constantly on your feet.
One of my other friends told me the same thing. कि यहाँ पे अगर एक दिन में 4 काम होते तो 4 दिन में 1 काम होता.
Yeah.
Right? So that's a weird disparity between two completely different cultures. That's why Lahore and Karachi are butted together, because they're completely different people.
Okay, this is going to get me into trouble. But
oh my God, not on my podcast.
but क्या है कि यहाँ पे hustle इसलिए है because we're not promised this city.
That's a good take.
I'm Sindhi or Urdu speaking, whatever, it's fine. But this city, we fight for it. As territories, no? People fight for it. That city, Lahore, belongs to the privileged elite, the actual privileged elite. And so they get to govern time. They get to work on their own time. None of us do. इतना सा फर्क है.
I was gonna go to Lahore, but I don't.
अब मैं नहीं जा रहा. अब मैं miss कर रहा हूँ.
Smog is a reason enough not to go. I got sick. I got so sick. Well, not so sick. I haven't been sick at all in like 2-3 years. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
COVID and
You didn't catch the vid?
No.
Oh wow, that's good.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah, no.
Bach gaya.
Bach gayi. Yeah, I know.
And
And yeah, I was sick for like 10 days straight. I didn't have my voice. I was
now you have your voice.
I have my voice back.
Do you get sick when you come to Karachi, by the way?
No.
Never.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so I'm an anomaly because I got really sick.
No,
No.
you
Most
didn't-
people do.
But you're being
Most people
stupid,
do.
na? You're not
Yeah.
covering up. You're
No, I'm
मतलब खामखा ही ना
Bro,
मर्दानगी.
कुछ भी खा लूं. मतलब कुछ Kazi bhai was like, huh?
Pani ki baat hai.
Pani, yeah. Pani is something
Yeah.
that at least Kazi bhai has been living here for the past 5-6 days, and Kazi bhai has Nestle water only. Like,
But that's not even it, dude.
नहीं खाने में जो पानी
खाने में जो
डलता
पानी होता है
वो अब I
कुछ नहीं
can't
कर सकते हो
control
आप.
that, yeah.
And also so I told him, I was like, listen, my water heater is broken. We're taking
Shit. He loves telling the story.
no, it's cold water. He's like, काजी बा मैं कनाडा में रहता हूँ. I'm like, okay, cool. But ठंडा पानी है, ख्याल करना. So काजी बा आप परेशान नहीं हो, मुझे नहीं सर्दी लगती. I'm like, bro, there's no reason for you to tell me how much of a man you are. I get it,
I
man.
mean, as a woman, I've been doing that too.
But
I'm like, yo, you wear a t-shirt. I'm like, no, fine.
Kazi bhai made me put this sweater on today.
I was
came out in
gonna
a
say
t-shirt.
like, you don't.
That's what I'm telling.
It's okay. It's okay. He's taking care of you. कोई बात. Oh,
I come out of the room.
oh, the
he
glare.
feels-
Oh,
this is the thing. He feels cold. I have to cover up. यार तुम्हें देख के मुझे ठंड लग रही है. By the way, in the entire house,
empathy ना क्या
ये
करें?
empathy नहीं, पता नहीं क्या है
क्या
ये.
करें?
Bro,
Allah की सबकी मोहब्बत है.
by the way, I'm wearing shorts throughout. I'm just
He's
like,
wearing shorts. And he's like, तुम
cover up.
Cover
Abhi.
up.
Cover up.
Because
Wow.
I wear a shawl, no, dude. I know, matlab, I know he doesn't. He's just not acclimated, and
Yeah.
also I don't know why he doesn't have the calisthenic awareness. Just if we work out on the roof, so he's just like in a t-shirt. I'm like, you can't do that, man, because it catches up to you. The cold
Yeah.
does.
The first few nights I was sleeping here, मैं पंखा खोल के सो रहा था because I have a white noise thing.
Oh,
Like, I
yeah.
need the pankha,
Yeah,
even in Canada.
That's a thing. Yeah, that's a thing.
I have a fan on, even if it's pointed at the wall. बस आवाज गई 2 दिन के बाद, and then now I have like on Spotify like the pankha
Ha,
wali
I was gonna
machine.
say there's always there's alternatives.
Like that's been the vibe. Like now this is me like recovered.
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
He's got a lot
The
better.
few days I was
That's
like
good.
really
Yeah.
bad.
Honestly, you just have to get it out of your system.
Yeah.
Like it didn't happen for me when I first came to Pakistan. It happened to me after I came back from Lahore.
Mhm.
So
Do you miss going back, or are you looking forward to go back?
Canada.
Yeah, it's calling for you.
Is it?
Hey.
Yeah, it's on lockdown. It's not calling.
It's literally not calling for anybody.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you're gonna. How long are you here for?
I'm here for a while. I'm leaving on the 26th.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And the day I go back is the day that they put themselves on lockdown again. Because they're on lockdown right now. Did you hear?
Haha. Yeah.
सब बंद हो गया अब. So it's gonna be
I
exciting.
don't know.
Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying. No, they're not asking for you back.
Kazi bhai told me this afternoon, like, beta, jo khana hai, jahan jana hai, chale jao. Because you're not gonna be doing this in Canada.
Oh, that's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
And then it's the dead of winter there. No, it is not calling for me.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? The Canada Goose is waiting.
Huh?
Canada
Goose is waiting.
Bro,
No.
हम अमीर नहीं है.
Nay, nah, nay. If I can thrift that shit, I will. But no, not otherwise.
Do you have a Canada Goose?
No way, man.
No, I didn't
have a
have
North
it.
Why did you even bring that up? None of us own Canada Goose.
I mean, whatever.
They're Canadian. Oh,
Canada Goose
Canada.
is unnecessarily expensive.
I don't have a Canada Goose. I was actually the first time when I showed up in Canada, I was hustled into buying a leather jacket,
Okay.
Okay.
right? And I'm like, so I'm asking this lady because obviously I have no frame of reference. This is the first time I've gotten, I'm here now, but I came from Malaysia. So all my shorts are packed away. Obviously, I'm not wearing those. It's winter. Malaysia doesn't get winters, dude.
Yeah.
Kuala Lumpur at least does not get winters.
Yeah.
तो मैं जो है खातून थी उनको मैंने बोला कि यार मैं जो है ना जैकेट चाहिए मुझे तो बोलती हैं अच्छा कूल ये वाला देखें वो ये बड़ा अच्छा है हैवी सा भी है लेकिन विंटर में चलेगा
Yeah.
बोला विंटर में दौड़ेगा she knew she had a sale
Yeah.
right she's like दौड़ेगा विंटर में
Yeah.
and I look
Where
at
is this? Sorry.
Danier
Where in
Canada
Oh my god.
in Toronto it's some mall Mapleview
Okay.
in Mississauga Mapleview in Burlington
That's your ends. That's not my ends.
No, there's a Maple View.
Burlington.
Probably Burlington.
Burlington
Yeah.
Burlington हाँ.
Yeah.
Burlington Mapleview and huge mall, beautiful, wonderful. And she's just like, hey, ले लो. And I'm like, okay. And bless my mom. Allah me unko hayati de aur khushiyan de inshallah.
Ameen.
Just toughing it out, at that age, moving,
Yeah.
learning how to drive, all those things. And I think back, I'm like, how? But she's just like, okay, well, let's just buy it then. If this lady thinks that you would be able to hack it. It was just a leather jacket.
Yeah.
Just a leather jacket. And
That's what you were rocking all of winter?
dude, what else? I spent the money on it. Or kya karu main?
No.
That was my first winter. Nice.
It's a horror story. You know, I was in Jumme se main bahar nikla and I was talking to my friend. It was 24 degrees and everybody was like in shawls and jackets and whatnot. And I was talking to my friend how ridiculous it is that people are like literally layering up. And as I walk out of the masjid, this guy was wearing a windbreaker. It's 24 degrees. And I was losing my mind. I was like,
I've seen it happen.
This is summer in Toronto right now. Like everybody.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? I was standing on the balcony on the 5th floor of the apartment that I'm staying at, and I was shaking.
It's cold.
I was shivering. I was like, "What? What's wrong with me?"
But I mean, listen.
No, actually. But at the same time, when we were up in Hunza and we were filming, I was like the least stressed, and it was as cold there in November, December, or like October, November as it is in Canada about right now.
Yeah.
So it was kind of the same.
Yeah.
And I wasn't really allowed any thermals because of my character, Joby, blah, blah, blah. It was really just mind over matter. Like I didn't shiver until I was like, okay, cut, go back inside. So it's weird. It really is mind over matter. If you tell yourself that you're cold, or if you see people around you who are like shivering, you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah, Kazi bhai, it's mind over matter, okay?
Dude, मेरी बात सुन, मुझे तो सर्दी लग रही है.
It's mind over matter.
I literally got my water heater fixed.
That's the thing. So so he didn't have the water heater fixed. So we were showering, not together, but in separate bathrooms.
Okay. Together at the same time.
Sometimes together.
And no, never together.
Sweet.
Never together. And it was just like, it was like Arctic pani jo na pigal ke mere upar gir raha hai. And I think I got, the first time I got like super cold and super like, oh my God, what is happening was after that shower. And then I told him that and he's like, bro, main to har waqt thanda hi rehta hu. And then after much talking about it, like Irfan Bhai was like, bro, I think it's your house.
Yeah.
It's really cold in here.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, I'm gonna get the water.
Because so I was doing that for the last month and a half, and I just thought I'd tough it out, but it's
नहीं मसला चल रहा है.
Yeah.
This is the second person I'm hearing, third person.
Yeah.
I was like, Kazi bhai ke self-hate hours na meri maar di.
बहुत ज़्यादा हो गए self hate. ये hours नहीं
Extend
days
हो गए. Self hate ही hate हो गई.
बस ही hate हो गया.
सबके लिए.
But I think self hate comes from just hate. There's a theory.
Yeah.
There's a theory. Someone posited that actually it's not self hate. It's just that you hate everyone. And then but that's not appropriate to say that you hate everyone. That's why you work out. So you just hate yourself.
Would you say self-hate is like, it's the opposite of that, the converse of that, the reverse of that?
No,
Do you think hate is just an extension of self-hate? I think that.
Yeah.
You should have a podcast.
Sure. Sure. Like the theory is because it's inappropriate for me to say I hate everyone, I just say I hate myself. But really,
I honestly, valid.
Many theories.
I think it's a projection. Okay. I definitely think it's a projection of self-hate. The things that I don't like about myself, I notice them more about other people.
ये आपका मसला है आने का.
Jesse.
No, I'm kidding.
There is substance to what she's saying. Though.
Of course.
Thanks, Nazar.
On something. Because now that I think about it, I do the same thing.
Yeah. Dude, projections are a thing, man. It's a psychotherapeutic term, and it's a defense mechanism. It's an actual thing. Yeah. It happens. But in my case, I do hate myself.
And everyone else in that case.
No, yeah. Yes, you're right. I hate everyone else. But yeah.
What are your opinions on self-hate?
On self-hate? Yeah.
Because me and Kazi were just talking about this, and he was very clear about it. I want to know what your take on.
I think self-hate is internalized messaging from your childhood that you never corrected.
Oh wow!
I genuinely feel that.
Yeah.
Because it's something that it's like a voice in your head that feels so at home. Like it feels like it's always been there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like, okay, where did that come from? Did it come from me? From within myself, or was it things that I heard around me that I internalized? Whether that be parents, whether that be school bullies, whether that be relatives. I think Muashra. Yeah. I think that's what it is. I think self-hate also, I wouldn't call that self-hate, but I think it's good to be critical of oneself. I think self-criticism is different from self-hate.
How much do you experience self-hate?
I used to a lot. I'd still do when I'm not in alignment with myself, or I'm out of a routine, or if I eat an extra meal or something like that,
Yeah.
then that's also issues that I'm aware of. But not as much as I used to be. I think I became very aware of it. I think we talked about this on the podcast. I don't know if it was during or before or after. It was very trendy to be self-deprecating.
Yeah.
Remember?
It was
Yeah.
is I
Still
think
is a
yeah.
little bit here.
Not as much. I feel like now
But
it's wellness.
we're late here
Yeah.
now. We're late in Pakistan. We're
यहाँ
late.
पे I feel
So
it.
North America में हो गया होगा sort out.
Haan.
Yeah.
Sorted there, but
Yeah.
now it's here.
Like
Yeah.
edgy.
Yeah, yeah.
You're considered cool and edgy if you're, and it's good to be able to laugh at yourself. But
I feel like that generally we don't laugh at ourselves as much as we do it at the expense of others. So if I'm cool, I'm like यार देखो मैं तो जो है ना खाना नहीं खाता हूँ, and you go cool मैं भी नहीं खाती हूँ, अबे तुम्हें किसने बोला है, मरना है क्या? There's a lot of that
lot of that,
nonsense, right? So there's that, and then there's edginess, but it's directed towards other people. I think generally, societally speaking, or at least from what I've experienced, we take undue liberty. We do a lot of that.
True.
It's just undue liberty,
it's
man.
true. Yeah.
But why? Because I'm hurting and I don't want to face my feelings, and so I'm going to put hurt on other people. That's projection.
Yeah.
That is true.
G.
Yeah.
There's
Or do push-ups.
Yeah. That too.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
valid.
or starve yourself and do push-ups.
So your
And
experience in Karachi has been really good so far.
I like how we completely different.
yeah, it's just
like, I don't want
We're not going anywhere with this.
No, we're healthy. We're good.
Very good.
We're happy.
I'm glad that you guys are doing good.
Alhamdulillah.
And
you.
I'm happy for that because
Thank you.
we talked about it off camera as well, and obviously we as well, and it's just good to see you guys in better places.
Allah ka shukr,
Thank
bro.
you.
Kya ho gaya?
Thank you.
I was always in a
Alhamdulillah.
good place.
Kazi, stop.
Kazi bhai.
What, dude? Alhamdulillah.
I asked Kazi if he believes in love. I'll ask you the same thing.
Of course I do.
Do you believe
Yeah.
there is love out there for you? I'm talking romantic love.
No shit.
No, I'm just like, there's like, oh, my parents give me love and the work that I do gives
No,
me.
but
No. I'm talking
you
about.
think she's not picking that up
No,
right now?
okay, I'm just trying to be clear for the.
Oh, you know what's interesting? When my philosophy of love, I think, is very different than most other people. I think we might have discussed this at some point.
Yeah.
But, for me, love is just the extension of the divine, and for me, the love that I feel towards the people I love, towards my family, my friends, my romantic interests, my craft, it's all the same for me.
Yeah.
And I have said that previously to a previous partner, and I think that was concerning for them, and I can understand why, because it feels like you're what's the word, minimizing how you feel towards them and kind of generalizing the love that you feel. But I'm just a passionate person, and the same passion for what I do bleeds into people and the things that I do and the gestures and myself, and I think it's just an extension like of the divine.
Because Kazi was like, it's like a unicorn that I would never catch.
I didn't say it's like a unicorn that I need to find. I might find it, or I might not.
Yeah.
It's all up in the air, man. Allah rehm karega. But if I don't find it, then I don't find it. And if I do, then I do. Matlab, you can't, listen, what you can't do is let that principle govern the rest of your life. Agar pyar nahi mila, to bro kya karoge? Jhak maroge?
Yeah.
नहीं, प्यार वही तो चीज़ है कि दूसरी चीज़ों में भी मिलता है, हर चीज़ में मिलता है. And while you're doing that thing that you love, while you're pursuing it, it will find you. And
It might. Yeah. Oh, हाँ ना, तो अभी तो है ना आपके पास. Allah करे खैर रहे, inshallah. But
that's salty. Why were you so salty when you said that?
Because I'm older than him, right? And this youthfulness, it's good.
Wait, you're not that old.
Dude,
Come
Kazi
on.
talks about his age like he's 50.
It's a lifetime, man.
Shut up, Kazi. You're like, the fact that I call you bhai is just because out of respect. I should just call you Kazi.
I've lived.
Right? Yeah. When I found out how old he was, I was like, huh? I was like, wait, what?
And the funniest thing is like, shuru mein, like him and Irfan bhai used to call me bhai. And I'm like
Nice.
3 years younger than them.
Yeah. He still calls you Nazar bhai. Yeah. I'm not calling you Nazar bhai.
Stop.
Nazar bhai, Kazi bhai,
We're
Irfan
like
bhai.
more in the same age.
उससे क्या होता है, bro?
Yeah, so
We've just established that doesn't matter.
That literally doesn't matter.
Okay, well.
दाढ़ी शेव करो फिर बात बने.
I dropped like 3 years, you know that?
हाँ. आपकी नजर नहीं आ रही. Makeup है.
अच्छा कर लेते
Kazi,
हैं.
I want to wrap this up. Because I want to hang out with you off camera as well. Like, right?
ये देखो.
So so this was a very, I wouldn't say haphazard, but improvised podcast. I love that, Anika, you showed up. I wanted to do one with you for a long time, and I will once you come back to Canada.
Done deal.
But I'm glad that
Canada में करेंगे.
हाँ Canada में करेंगे. काम हो गया बस.
हो गया बस. हाँ, test run हो
Is
गया.
there any last words that of advice that you would give me? I know you were really bitching about like advice. मुझे चाहिए नहीं, देनी नहीं मुझे. I don't want people to like
Bro,
be in my Instagram lives. But I am gonna be one of those really like annoying people and be like, is there any life advice that you would give me?
Life advice, I would tell you so one of the most prominent things that I've been told in my life is you shouldn't wait for your turn.
Okay.
Right? Don't wait for your turn. But obviously be mindful of your surroundings and be respectful of your life, but of everyone around you, but don't wait for your turn.
Yeah.
It never comes, right? That's a very antagonistic way of living. I understand that, but don't wait for your turn and pursue excellence. Like नहीं ऐसे सोचो कि आपकी औकात नहीं है ये करने की है. You just absolutely pursue excellence. All else is fleeting, but that pursuit is everything.
Yeah.
Not the attainment, not achieving excellence. There's no such thing.
Yeah.
But pursuing it is everything. Baki Allah khair kayega, bro.
Anika, I know we met a total of an hour, 60 minutes away हमारी मुलाकात को, but I will go and ask you life advice. Okay, don't project it on me. What life advice would you give in general to someone seeking it? And I'll see what I can take from it.
Yeah. Feel like advice that has served me is that, oh my God, it's so general, but
Hit me. It's fine.
do psychedelics. I'm kidding.
No.
I mean, कर भी सकते. मैंने नहीं किया, but I've heard it's good.
Be open always, I think, is the advice that I would give. Just
Sweet.
keep your mind open. If things go a certain way and you wanted them to go another way, there's a reason it's going that way. You got to trust it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just be open.
One of the best advice I ever got was if the advice is long long enough that you can't put it on a t-shirt, it's not good enough.
But I don't
be open can be on a t-shirt.
Pursue excellence is also
that one, yeah.
Don't wait your turn is also t-shirt.
These are business ideas I'm throwing out.
देख लो.
Do drugs is also one.
Psychedelics. Psychedelics is you're gonna have to edit it. You're gonna have to edit this.
No, I'm not gonna edit.
You're not gonna edit this, no?
I'll edit the beach parts, but not this. This is fine.
ये जो हल्का
Anyways, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. Come on, we're gonna be hanging out with Anika after now, and like, subscribe.
Let her sing
follow,
a little bit.
So whatever, and we'll see you guys on the other side.
Riders on the storm. See, she's doing it. Just fucking let it happen. Do something.
Hello. Okay.
Oh my Lord.
I could see it in your eyes.
She was singing a different hello.
Dude, Coco wants a hello from the other
that's what the one she was trying to
side. Dude, you remember we used to say you weren't there.
We're done.
No, we're not done. Why are we done? Why are we
None
done?
of this is getting
Come on,
on.
Clubhouse, we used to sing, dude.